Greetings and good morning. It is day 177 and I'm at Pierce Pond along the Appalachian Trail. I've got another beautiful day. Look, not a cloud in the sky. Another beautiful day, but it's going to get hot. It's going to get warm on me. So my two most interesting features, I think, today are going to be crossing the Kennebec River. That'll be fun in a canoe. And then climb up to the top of Pleasant Pond Mountain. And then I hope to tent somewhere between Pleasant Pond Mountain and Moxie Mountain. That makes it an 19 mile day, and when the temperatures get above 90, not sure I can do that, but I'm going to try. So I'm late getting out of camp this morning. I slept until 5 o'clock, largely because the ferry service to canoe you across the Kennebec doesn't start until 9 o'clock. And I'm 4 miles away. So it's 2 hours. So it doesn't really do me any good to get up at 4 and hike and sit there and wait for 2 hours for the canoe to start. I hate that it worked out this way because I would like to have gotten a little bit more miles in this morning before it gets hot. But that's just the way the cookie crumbles. So I've got a 4 mile hike to get to the river. I'll be there before 9. And sometimes they start doing the shuttle before 9. So you can get there early and they're already set up and ready to go. And hopefully that's the case. This is the outlet from Pierce Pond. Oh dear. I don't think I can rock hop that. I didn't realize I had to cross the creek this morning this early, or I wouldn't have put my shoes and socks on. Yeah, no, I can't. There's no place for me to rock hop it, I don't think. Well, all right, here we go. The water came up to mid-thigh. So the bottom of my shorts and my underwear got wet. And that's what I really wanted to avoid. Maybe it'll dry quickly over the next few minutes. I wonder if there might be another way to... There's a bridge somewhere going to Harrison's Pierce Pond sporting camp, where several folks where I was tenting last night, I think were going for breakfast. And I considered it. I mean, it would be nice to have some pancakes this morning for breakfast, but I don't know. I just wasn't feeling it. Especially last night when I was so tired. You got to go over there and make a reservation, which is not that big a deal. But I'm perhaps overly concerned about the heat. So I wanted to try to maximize my hiking this morning instead of pancakes. All right, I think I go to the left up here. All right, 4 miles to get to Kenneth River. Get there maybe about the time they're starting to do shuttles, or maybe a little bit before it. So today, the forecast is for 92 temperature. And tomorrow it's 90. And then after that, temperatures drop down into the low 70s during the day. And mid 40s at night. All right, I mean, that's good for me in the 100-mile wilderness. But today and tomorrow will be tough. I think heat impacts me more than most people. So I've got today and tomorrow to make it to Shaw's Hiker Hostel in Munson. I'm gonna zero and then hit the 100-mile wilderness. If the temperature is really cool, my odds of doing 20-mile days are really increased. My goal is to do 20-mile days in the 100-mile wilderness. Get out of there in 5 days. I don't know if I can do that. Just have to wait and see how rough the terrain is. There are some, I kind of have thought of the 100-mile wilderness as being flat, but there's some pretty good mountains in the 100-mile wilderness. It's not just going to be a flat root hop and rock hop. There's going to be some, there's some climbing to do. My knees were feeling much better this morning. I didn't do any of the long, steep downhill yesterday, and my knees were feeling much better this morning. Much better. So that's really good. The Kennebec River. It is pretty wide. I would feel uncomfortable about fording that, no doubt. Guess we go over there. It's 8:20, and they're not supposed to start operations until 9. So seems like a peaceful river. I don't know how shallow it is. Clearly it's deep enough to get a canoe across.
There was like 12 elderly people, and I don't mean to say like old, I mean like elderly people in there that you can tell had been there.
Mm-hmm.
Not, you know what I mean, almost relief in a way, but mad.
Yeah.
Did he was like that?
So they never plan to build a bridge?
What's that?
They never plan to build a bridge, or?
Oh, they've brought it up for boat bridges, zip lines, pontoon boats. They want everybody to have a good old-fashioned Maine canoe ride, so I'm happy to oblige. Where you guys from anyway? I didn't even notice that.
Well, the north side of the river has a privy. Well, that was fun. As you cross and you look down, it's deeper than you might think when you're looking at it from the side. It'd have been at least over my belly button, maybe chest high in some spots. Yeah, canoe's the only way. The heat. I hope my trail stays in the shade and I can get a breeze as I start climbing the Pleasant Pond. The Guy in the canoe said it was supposed to be 105 heat index today. Well, it's at the end of day 177. And let me give you an update of what happened. It got hot, and I don't do well in the heat, and it didn't get to 105 index like that one gentleman had said, but the temperature was 91 degrees, and it was a heat index of 95, and that's just not going to end well for tie-dye. So I called it at about 1 o'clock, 1:30, and stopped into this I think it is Pleasant Pond Lean-To. So it was just a 10-mile day. Because, I got a late start because of the canoe across the Kennebec. And there was delays there, and I'm not complaining at all. It's just that's the way the process works. And so by the time I got here, it was hot. And I know that I make mistakes when I get overly hot. So I called it, and I've been resting here in my tent and just ate dinner. Going to crawl in bed, get an early night's sleep, and get up very early, 3 o'clock, so that maybe I can get a sunrise on top of Pleasant Pond Mountain. Take care. Good night.